Good morning, YouTube. Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time. As you guys remember, we are still doing our crypto coin display giveaway for this week. Will be the drawing. So if you want to win one of these $130 ticker displays, all you have to do is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down in the comments below, as well as comment subscribed. Do those two things as I will be checking, and if you're not subscribed, you will not win. Now, what we're going to be looking at in today's video, we do have an article which is posted by Cointelegraph, which I find quite ironic as we have been talking about this for quite some time. Basically saying Bitcoin could hit 37K, but trader says Bitcoin price top will be a number you can't comprehend. Very similar to what we've been discussing here on the channel. Very, very, very similar. More importantly, what we're going to be looking at is the potential breakout opportunity Bitcoin is starting to show signs of, as well as some of these other cryptos like XRP and Ethereum. They have come to retest some very critical levels right now within the market overall, and we're starting to see Bitcoin on some of the very short-term levels, 1 hour and 4 hour, show signs of what could be a double bottom, which is now going to help boost the price up to retest a very strong resistance. And this is pretty much going to be make or breaking the prices for these major cryptocurrencies, whether or not XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin can manage to break above these resistances and break out of the downtrend and start to head higher, or are we going to continue this movement as expected all the way down to point C on our Elliott wave formation? So if you guys want some answers, which I do too, obviously, definitely stick around to the end of today's video. Otherwise, today's video is sponsored by AABB, which is a gold-backed cryptocurrency, which is very cool. So if you guys are looking for other investment opportunities and strategies, definitely make sure to check out AABB, which we're going to be talking about at the end of today's episode. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's jump into today's video. Okay, guys, so to start, we can look at the current coin market cap, but then we'll dive into this article here. You can see for the most part, we are okay. Volume is coming back. We're at 1.95 trillion, but I don't think it's realistically going to last. Top 10 cryptos, Bitcoin's up 1.17%, Ethereum up 3%, XRP up 2%, Solana's the only one that's really moving, up 7.94%. But all these other cryptocurrencies are kind of intertwined with each other. You do have Bitcoin, which had, you can clearly see on the 7-day, a double bottom. Ethereum had a double bottom. XRP had a similar double bottom. It's pretty much all these cryptocurrencies, for the most part, are fairly intertwined. Ethereum had a bigger jump, though, than these other cryptocurrencies did. And Cardano, I believe this should be the end of Cardano's summit. I believe it was 25th and the 26th, so today should be the end. So all that news should be already out and surfaced for Cardano, and it doesn't seem like the price really took hold that much. Maybe in the weekly chart we did, but not necessarily on the daily. Now, I do just want to look at this article right here, which was talking about Bitcoin could be hitting 37K, and trader says Bitcoin price top will be number you can't comprehend. This is very similar to what we've been saying for quite some time now, actually, on the channel. I mean, looking at Bitcoin specifically, we've discussed that this was top resistance. We started to reverse lower, and it was easily going to be hitting right here, 37K, which go against an older article posted by Cointelegraph saying that 39K was going to be the rock solid bottom and we'd never see prices go below there, which is now contradicting because now they're saying that we could be seeing a 37K bottom, but that is more in line with what I anticipate. I do believe we are going to be seeing a B2C formation, which pulls us all the way back down to point C here, closer to 37,000. And as you guys can see, major buyer interest below 40,000 may get filled before Bitcoin price action launches to new all-time highs and beyond. And it says Bitcoin unlikely to linger below 40K, which I understand and I do believe, and that's pretty much what we've been talking about here, that Bitcoin really wouldn't be hanging out for that long below 30K. It would be honestly a very minor retest, probably towards the end of September into maybe the first week of October, and then immediate reversal out of there as we start to pump back up. But it would only be a very short-term correction back down to 37K. And it says, in a series of tweets reflecting the broader state of Bitcoin, popular trader Pentashi eyed 37K as a potential floor. This looks healthy on the HTFs and is likely forming a base over the previous HH on the way to all-time highs and potentially a higher low. Here are the Popular Twitter trader. While I believe Bitcoin can briefly trade at below as low as 37K, it's unlikely to be there long. This is very similar. This is very almost exactly like what we've been talking about here. That's pretty much it. Just a quick little update on the price of Bitcoin. That's what we've been looking at for the most part here. That only short term would we be correcting all the way back down to point C and then immediately reversing out of there. Very similar to what we've been talking about. Now, as I mentioned earlier in today's video, what are we looking at in regards to potentially seeing bottoms already in, and the opportunity for reversal, a mid-reversal out of there, seeing prices like Bitcoin and XRP actually pop through their resistances and head up higher. Well, for the most part, you can see for XRP, yes, long-term, or you can see overall, we are still inside a major LA wave formation. We've completed A to B. We're looking for a B to C formation, which seems to be happening right now. We have a beautiful long-term uptrend, a beautiful long-term downtrend here, clearly showing you where top resistances are and where bottom supports are. Now, you can see short-term, what we've decided was once we corrected and broke below our bottom support, which was drawn right here at $1.05, we knew we were going to start to see potentially a pattern forming from B to C. You can see where that clearly cut through the middle segment of XRP for the most part. And when we saw that price break through $1.05, we pretty much considered markets to be over for the bull run for the most part and continuing the lower high pattern, which would correct us lower. Now, the only reasonable reason I would consider seeing prices actually break through would be as if we broke once again back above $1.05 and started to try and trade inside its $1.05 sideways channel here, which you can see we've been doing for quite some time now, kind of trading in here, and it would basically continue this movement inside here until, you know, so on and so forth, another movement happens. Ideally, we are right now getting bounced off. You can see we're getting rejected from the bottom of the Bollinger Bands here, and prices are actually swinging up higher. And then you can see for the most part that we are consolidating right now with the daily moving averages, trying to battle this. If ideally we break through there and retest the middle of the Bollinger Band right here and ideally trade above this, then we can consider bullish breakouts. It's very simple. It's if price for XRP actually goes above $1.05, that'd be a buying opportunity saying reversal is up and we're going to start to see prices pump higher. You know, we do have buying opportunities set right here. You know, we discussed for XRP when price closed, it was to buy in at 92 cents and we said create a stop loss at about $1 to $1.05 in that zone. And we are obviously right now currently not up money. We are not in the profit, which, you know, makes sense because we're trading ever so slightly higher than that. But I do strongly believe we are going to be reversing lower. Now, the reason this devil's advocate could be played is if you look very short term at, let's say, the 1 hour, or we'll jump into the 4 hour first. Let's see if the 4 hour looks good. 4 hour, yeah, ever so slightly, not necessarily something that ideal. But if we look at the 1 hour here, you can kind of get the reference that we're looking for. On the 1 hour, extremely short term, we're intertwined right now with the middle moving averages here. And you can also see for the most part the clear as hell double bottom that's forming here. This clear double bottom, clear as day, looks to be heading up, and ultimately after double bottoms the price usually starts to stem higher. Now, this would be ideal. It's very possible, but I don't think it's going to let us go that high. As we are just checking out the 1 hour charts here, you can understand that this double bottom being only on the 1 hour chart would not give us the momentum we need to break through $1.05, but it could let us break through it and retest $1.05. Not close above there, not start to trade above, but only get us the support that we need to trend back upwards to $1.04, $1.05, and actually break through this downtrend here. Now, it's still highly unlikely, and it's very hard for me to see the price of XRP actually start to head up, as I really do strongly believe that there still is a bearish downtrend forming on this coin, and I don't think we have the support needed to break through our top resistances right here. But the reason I'm, asserting this notion is the fact that we are seeing a lot of wicked uncertainty candles. It's been 1, 2, 3, almost 4 days now of this consolidation, this uncertainty where prices are trending and actually breaking bearish, and prices are pretty much pushing us right back up to retest that moving average here. Obviously, with no luck, and the longer we do that, the less likely we are to be breaking bullish through there. But there is this slight factor that we could start to see prices, correct back to the upside here. It's a very small notion. And honestly, if that does happen, I would not buy in. I would not buy in if we retested $1.05. Only when confirmation is above $1.05, then would we buy in on the daily. Otherwise, yeah, it's possible we could trend higher. It's not, expected. We could see a wick, but ideally, we still do have a resistance a downtrend, and we do have this resistance that cuts across. And honestly, prices really have not been able to break this downtrend here for quite some time, ultimately allowing a lower high formation to continue to assert itself on XRP as it continues to move sideways. Now, this same thing applies with pretty much all the cryptocurrencies here. You can see for Bitcoin as well, it's the same process here. Volume has pretty much died out. We have had quite a bit of volume on the original drop here, which I believe was the China ban, but since then, volume has pretty much died off completely. You can see exactly what I'm referring to with the double bottom that's clearly here. You can see it again, bottom, double bottom, correction up. Obviously, we're looking for a correction above this that would send us up. And you can see ultimately this 1 hour support does not have, or sorry, I drew it slightly incorrect. It would not give us the support. This would be the resistance and then a break higher. You can see that we are pretty much trading fairly high up. We're trading at about 57. I believe if prices actually on the 1 hour started to retest about 45K, which would be that top of the price ceiling to break us inside the sideways channel, it would set us to overbought on the 1 hour charts, which is still unlikely that we'd head that high, but it could give us that support on this very, very, very tiny double bottom back to the upside there. You can see then zooming out, we'll zoom out to the 4 hour here. You can see we are kind of trending kind of high, which is why I believe we're not going to be breaking out. Short term, very short term, I was just referencing or hinting the possibility of a potential bullish break to the upside, a very small one. You can clearly see this is the resistance levels that we're playing around with here. Bottom support at 45K, top resistance at 50K, just trending inside of here, which we've done for quite some time. But ultimately, we're still creating lower highs. You can see it. It's still lower high formations, which I believe is going to scale us all the way back down to point C, which is what that article on Cointelegraph said that I have agreed with and have consistently spoken about here on the channel, that at 39K, we should be seeing prices reject off of here. We would be seeing prices reject off of here and correcting down to 37K. I have called this the bottom for quite some time now. We have a beautiful Elliott wave formation that aligns beautifully with the way these charts are moving. And you can see from A to B, we had the start, then we had A to B, then we had B to C, or we're looking for a B to C completion here. We clearly have resistance levels on this where prices just have a difficult time breaking through top resistance here, and ideally that should allow us to honestly scale the market back down, retesting probably 39K until this point here, and then breaking back down to 37K, and then starting to see us stem up, as I do believe the continuation of September is extremely bearish for this coin. It's expected, it's anticipated. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys, but that's only why I believe short term could there be the slightest opportunity of hope to see a very small recovery on Bitcoin. Otherwise, very unlikely. A lot of resistances. Unlike us playing in the daily right here on the moving averages, on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, we're actually trading below the moving averages there, which is a negative sign here. There's a lot of uncertainty here. Ideally, unless it just decides to get the volume it needs to break above its 45,000 resistance and to trade above its moving average or the middle of the Bollinger Bands here, it is bearish. It is a negative opportunity for us to see any sort of results or reference to the upside here in any sort of sense. You can even see here on the daily charts for Bitcoin that we are retesting pretty much every resistance. Besides the 5-day moving averages, we're retesting the 10, and we're below still the 10, the 20, and the 40-day moving averages, which is all just negative. And I do believe we're going to reject off of here very nicely. You can also see here that there is once again a downtrend forming, which we discussed, the lower high formation here. And I believe this is ultimately going to just scale us to the downside here. Clear downtrend here. Prices might go ever so slightly higher, which we discussed, but for the most part, we are going to pretty much nick it and then start to trend down. That's ultimately what I believe is in store for Bitcoin and pretty much all these cryptocurrencies moving forward. I do believe we're going to retest top and start to correct lower. That's the ideal situation. The only way we'd switch bullish is if prices are able to close above that daily at 45K and then, give us a sign to break up. But otherwise, it's really unlikely and very, very, very difficult for this to do because we are in a lower high formation. So it's unlikely. There's the middle of the Bollinger Bands. There's the price ceiling. We have the moving averages here. There's a lot of negative resistance. We have zero volume. It completely died off. So so I don't see how it would be able to move above there. It's still possible, but just very unlikely. You can see we bought in right about here at about $43,000. Price is currently trading at about 43.7, so we are still down in the red, but I am anticipating a small recovery, a reversal that sends us lower, and our price is to finally flip bullish and make up for those trading fees. But otherwise, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I'd like to see how the S&P opens up today. Hopefully we can break above the middle of the Bollinger Bands. It's never stopped us really before. We've always just shot right back up above there, so I'd like to see the same thing happen very soon, and it could literally shoot us all the way up to all-time highs, which is what I expect. Otherwise, guys, it's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I do want to talk about AABB really quick. I want to give a huge shout out to AABB for sponsoring today's episode. 2021 has so far been defined as the everything rally. However, lost in this euphoria has been the sizable swings that have rolled commodities markets. Precious metals, namely gold, have been no exception, leaving long-term investors squeamish in the face of whipsawing prices. Blockchain technology introduces a range of new opportunities to this end, with the ability to create financial leverage, liquidity, and monetize physical gold holdings in both present and the future. One such company that has explored this channel as of late is Asia Broadband Incorporated, also known as AABB. The public resource company is focused on the production, supply, and sale of precious and base metals to primarily Asian markets. Through its subsidiary, Asia Metals Incorporated, Asia Broadband Incorporated also focuses on the acquisition of highly prospective gold projects in well-established mining camps around Mexico. Now, it is this vertical integration approach to sales transactions that defines AABB and differentiates the venue amongst its competitors while still offering value for shareholders. Now, with the aid of blockchain technology and an eye on shareholder value, the company has since trained its eye on junior mining companies in a bid to achieve a competitive advantage. Now, the company's solution to this approach lies in the creation of a gold-backed crypto token. The ability of a truly unique mine-to-token product is one that has already caught the attention of traditional gold bugs and other investors. Consequently, AABB rolled out its hybrid cryptocurrency, the AABB Gold or AABBG token, backed by $30 million in physical gold the company holds to help establish a new major revenue stream for the company while providing the AABBG token with the same price appreciation as major cryptocurrencies usually do. Now, guys, the token will continue to be backed 100% by additional gold acquired from future mining production, gold purchased from cash reserves, or credit as well. Now, the initial token release available for purchase was 5.4 million tokens at the 1/10 or 0.1 gram of gold price, approximately $5.60. And for each AABBG token, that is. As such, the token boasts the same stability qualities of a stablecoin, though it is considerably a hybrid cryptocurrency, something new to the crypto space. Now, the most unique aspect to the AABBG token is its vertical integration of mine-to-token gold backing that is unlike any other cryptocurrency. AABB holds physical gold assets to back the token and 100% of the mining production segments of the Asia Broadband. So, guys, some key points to notice is that it's backed by $30 million in physical gold. It has a max supply of 5.4 million tokens. It's tied to 0.1 gram of gold. It is 100% backed by real gold as they hold it in inventory, only releasing tokens based on the amount of gold they hold. They've also sold over 1 million gold tokens within the first 2 weeks of launch, which is incredible. The token also is backed by grams of gold instead of ounces, which makes it more affordable for everyday investors. Also, the company holds over $100 million in assets, 5 times higher than the previous year. To note, guys, the token is tied and supported to the market price of gold at a minimum, and as the price of gold changes, the minimum supported price of their token will increase or decrease. However, the potential upside price of the token will be driven by the market demand, and as we know, gold is not going anywhere. So, guys, AABB's primary goal for the token is to make it a worldwide standard of exchange that is secured and trusted with gold backing. Asia Broadband looks to achieve this by aggressively expanding token circulation to the primary sales markets in both North America and Europe, and also globally. So, guys, in order to purchase the tokens, investors must download the AABB wallet app and pass the Know Your Client, as we know by as KYC. Now, the Asia Broadband Incorporated will also be looking to launch a proprietary exchange targeting about Q4 of 2021. This will allow the AABB wallet users to complete quick two-way exchanges of their gold tokens for major cryptocurrencies such as, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, which is really cool. that you can exchange it right there on their app. Now, the proprietary exchange will look to snowball transaction fee revenues and allow for the price appreciation of the AABBG token, influenced by market demand and limited supply of the tokens released into the circulation. So guys, if you like this project, definitely make sure to check them out, as I have linked their website down in the description. Otherwise, huge shout out to AABB for sponsoring today's video. Definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.